Silver, $35. How does that make you feel? Does it feel like a dream sometimes, like maybe it'll never happen? Well, need I remind you, it has happened several times in the past. Are we experiencing a change in conditions? Maybe we can be fancy and call it a paradigm shift, but are we seeing circumstances unfold right now around us that could lead to silver reaching that level by the end of the year, maybe even higher? There's a lot going on that we need to talk about it. If you want to hear about it, you're in the right place. Let's get started right now. What do you say we talk about a new silver squeeze, right? It could send the price of silver higher than really what any of us can imagine. It can happen. I'm not saying it definitely will happen, but we've got circumstances unfolding right now that could lead to tremendous gains for the price of silver. Look what's going on in the banking sector just over the last couple weeks, right? In the matter of 2 days, we went from a Federal Reserve that was hawkish and going to raise rates by 0.5% and, was fighting inflation to having emergency meetings, all within 48 hours, I mind you, to deal with a rapidly unfolding banking crisis in the United States. And what did silver do during this period of fear and panic, right? It was crazy. I'll be honest with you. I was really uncomfortable with what was going on, but silver performed very, very well. And that throws pie in the face of those people who over the last couple of years have claimed that silver is no longer a monetary metal. It's a purely industrial metal. Nobody looks at silver as a monetary metal anymore. Well, it's a little hard to argue that with what went on during this little micro banking crisis that we had in the US, because when people got scared, when people had fear, they drove up the price of silver. Not just gold, but silver also. First Mining Gold is a development company advancing 2 of the largest gold projects in Canada. Springpole in Ontario and Duparquet, located in Quebec, each already has 5 million ounces of gold reserves, but exploration initiatives are underway at both projects to find even more gold. First Mining is well-financed, has 0 debt, and owns an interest in 4 additional Canadian gold development projects. And do you know about the even bigger banking issue on the horizon? Look, if Silicon Valley Bank was a mouse, Credit Suisse is an elephant, and an elephant that is very, very unhealthy and ready to explode. And what has silver done over the last few days? As the Credit Suisse situation continues to escalate, the price of silver has done very well. But you must be crazy thinking of silver as a safe haven monetary metal. I mean, just talk to anybody in the retail bullion sector. If we talk to Coin Shop Chris, he'll tell us that retail silver bullion sales have been through the roof. If we listen to Andy Scheckman, he's saying he is seeing silver sales like he's never seen in his career. In APMEX, right, that huge online bullion seller, they had record days over the weekend while this micro banking crisis unfolded. So I think the horizon looks favorable for our friend silver. Do you think more and more people are waking up to what you probably already know? Waking up, losing faith in the banks, in the politicians, in the Federal Reserve. Losing faith in paper money, unicorn fart dust, for no better way to describe it, right? That people are realizing, like, I need to get my money somewhere that's safe, maybe somewhere that's held value for, 5,000 years, because whatever fancy term they come up with to try to fool us, right? To deal with whatever new crisis comes on the horizon, at the end of the day, it's going to be printing money and devaluing the dollar, which leads to higher metal prices. And you may be like me, a full-blooded American. I don't like to see what's going on, but let's face it, America right now is sitting precariously on top of the world. But it feels like that position is starting to erode. We have all the changes going on with the BRICS countries. We have all the changes going on in the Middle East. We have a confluence of factors which could contribute to America losing some of its stature as the world dominator, the world hegemony, the world reserve currency, however you want to say it, to lose value in the US dollar, which has ruled the roost for decades now. Again, I don't necessarily want to see that happen. There will be negative consequences to me personally, possibly you as well, but we need to be real. We need to look at the big picture. We can't put our heads in the sand. If you want to put your head in the sand, go watch a video about a cat ringing bells to get treats or something like that. You came to Ron's basement for some camaraderie and the real story about what's going on and how you can protect yourself, how we can protect ourselves and our family. I'm glad you're here. I'll see you next time.